They looked down and they saw 2 people lying on the floor surrounded by a puddle of blood. Both people had been bound with duct tape and zip ties with massive injuries to their heads.
Oh my gosh.
One of the victims, a preteen boy, had duct tape wrapped all around his head like a mummy, with his hands also wrapped with duct tape bound behind his back. As the neighborhood had indicated, there were 5 people who lived in this house: the 7 and 8-year-old Dylan and Shasta. Where were they? Deputies did a sweep of the house looking for any additional victims, but the results were negative. There were blood footprints, handprints, smears, splatter virtually everywhere they looked, potentially a wealth of evidence. The 3 victims would be positively identified as Brenda, Slade, and Mark, and all 3 of whom had been violently slain late Sunday night, May 15th, or early Monday morning, May 16th. The question of what happened to the 2 other children, Dylan and Shasta, was now authorities' #1 priority, because Steve Groney, their father, had been staying temporarily with his ex-mother-in-law, Darlene Torres, who was Brenda's mother, and she confirmed that the children were not with them. Police now put out a nationwide Amber Alert and launched a massive search throughout the surrounding area. Searchers on horseback, searchers with tracking dogs, searchers in helicopters, searching the wooded area around the home, around the shores of Lake Coeur d'Alene. Law enforcement from other agencies were brought in to assist. Officers from the Idaho State Police, the Coeur d'Alene Police, and special investigators with the FBI. After the bodies were out of the house, detectives had begun a thorough search of the residence. And in an upstairs bedroom, police found an arsenal of firearms, which was significant because if the motive of this apparent home invasion had been robbery, one would expect the guns to have been stolen. The fact that the guns were ignored and nothing else appeared to have been taken from the residence told investigators that robbery likely wasn't the motive.